Good morning and welcome to Rapid Dawn right here on Rapid Television. This is the very final hour, the 9 o'clock hour, and that is where the man gets missing. The table belongs fully to the girls at 9 o'clock because we get to have conversation centered around the women. How special is that? Now today I have two very beautiful women seated with me in the studio, and our conversation is centered around money. You've blamed the woman for so long. She loves money. Okay. We're talking about money today. We're talking about trust, and we're talking about partners keeping their financial secrets away from each other. Does that make sense or does that not make sense? This is the bane of our conversation for today. As always, we will have a video that explains to you in total what the theme or what the story is like for us today. But before we do that, let me introduce you to my special guest in the studio. I have right at my, this is my left, right? Don't worry, it's a thing I always forget. This is my left, right? I have OK Regina. Hi, Regina.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Why are you guys on dark theme? I don't like how you guys coordinate colors without me. And then we have Nenwarandon Yilmazaka. She's always here. We've got her like that.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm excited to be here as always. So.
Is it too early to ask how your week has been?
No, I mean, it's the middle, so a lot must
How's
have
been
happened
your
by
week?
Monday.
Did you go through a lot, Regina? Because I know
I'm currently recuperating
from a lot.
Yeah.
Really? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I've actually been on medications, but I'm fine now.
Okay,
So
thankfully.
yeah.
How's been your week then?
A lot. Oh. Like, lately, I just realized that once I just hit the bed, I'm off.
That's
Like,
old age.
it's
That's old age. It's coming.
I'm getting really worried because I'm like, this doesn't happen. I get to do a thing or two, but now as I'm just getting to my bed, my eyes are saying, "Oh yeah, let's go."
Stress.
So,
Stress.
but I mean, we're here.
Is this stress or is it weather?
No,
The weather
think it's the weather?
The weather contributes.
Someone told me it's the weather.
It's the weather because
Right?
I think it's very conducive. You know,
Yeah.
it's usually
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
It's the rain
Do you know what I mean? And you wasted the whole day, not wasted. You walked literally the whole day.
Yeah.
When others were just enjoying the coziness of the weather and all of that. And so when you get the chance to, you just want to soak it all in. So that's justifiable. Don't worry, it's not
especially in
old
the
age.
morning. Like,
We don't even
oh
have
my
that.
God.
You have morning
When I want to
right?
start understanding my sleep, that's when I wake
That's when
up.
alarms ringing.
That's when I wake up.
Unfortunately
It's like,
for you.
unfortunately, but yes, this is it, guys. And for today's conversation, there's a video. Let's just get right into the video and then we come up and give you our thoughts on that.
So I just cancelled my wedding just 2 weeks before the event because I checked my fiance's phone and discovered that she had a secret saving account with over $50,000 in it that she never told me about. We've been living together for 3 years, and during all that time I've been covering 80% of the expenses, including rent, dinners and even her vacations, under the premise that she barely made it to the end of the month with her salary. I even took out a personal loan to pay for half of the wedding that she wanted so badly, while she couldn't even contribute more because she was at zero. When I confronted her, she didn't even apologize. She yelled at me that I was a stalker for invading her privacy and that the money is her emergency fund in case things go wrong, something her mother advised her to always keep secret. My friends say I overreacted, that in the end it's her money and there was no physical infidelity, so I shouldn't throw 3 years away. I feel like I've lived a... I feel like I've lived with a scammer.
Scam, honestly.
I feel like I've lived with a scammer who left me carrying all the financial weight while she built a fortune behind my back. She says that if I loved her, her bank account wouldn't matter to me. I say the trust is broken forever. What would you do? Is it okay to have financial secrets like that in a relationship, or is it total betrayal?
Well, there you have it. Is it okay to have financial secret like that in a relationship, or do you think it's total betrayal? Let's hear you, Regina. Fresh thoughts.
So for me,
Why are you laughing?
okay, first, I'm kind of a person that I don't always want to like. Okay, for me, I like surprises. Right?
Wow.
Yes. So I don't like showing all of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's, I think, to a proportion of savings, or like because like the story, the lady had a fortune. Let me just say she had a fortune, and then she was extorting from this guy that was what I would use the word extorting. He was extorting from this guy. And then for me, it's okay to have savings. So I would say it's okay to have savings, personal savings. But in a situation where it feels like you show like you don't have anything at all, and then somewhere you have the word, let me use the word like that, and then someone else is trying to do all his life to make sure you are okay. For me, I don't think that is okay. But I'm not against having personal savings as, let's say, a lady or a guy in relationship. But a situation where you make it look as if you don't have anything at all. Like I said, I like surprises, so I don't like to show all of me. But at least to a fault. That's what I would say, to a fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then?
So I don't know if this is a trust issue. I really don't know. I mean, they've been married, and like she said, I feel like I don't know how she was able to sleep well at night, because you could see the story. There was a part where he went to collect loan. Well, she would have just maybe loaned him part of the money or something, but you sitting like, oh, you don't have anything, because that was what he felt. He felt, okay, she just had little, and of course, as a responsible man, he felt, okay, just hold on to your little, let me work hard. And she saw this man work himself out, like keep working to make sure, you know, he's footing the bills, and I think he was like taking care of almost like, let's say, 80 to 90% of everything. And you had all of this kept somewhere. Again, I will still agree with her. I'm not against savings. You know, you could save your money and all, but there's a level to it, especially when you know that there are pressing needs in the house, and you knew that you had this large amount of money. You'd have just maybe cut out a bit of it. But again, what I mean, the controversial part of it, what's wrong if you let him know that you have that money? You know that they've been a whole lot of conversation as to couples or partners letting each other know how much they earn. As it is, we still have couples who the wife doesn't know the exact amount, like she doesn't know her husband's salary, and vice versa. I don't know if that is also a trust issue in quote, but I feel like there should be a certain level of transparency, even down to your finances. You should be able to be open. You know, it also helps you plan your life properly. And most of the times when people are hiding things like this, it is because they are trying to avoid maybe a situation of, okay, if he knows I have this large amount of money, you know, he will not want to bring in a large part of it. He would want me to, you know, use. But again, you marry this person for a reason, yeah? I mean, you should also now be able to trust him to, you know, still...
They are not married yet.
Oh, they're not married.
They are not married.
3
yes,
years relationship.
that's one very important context I think that you're leaving out.
A couple of things I've said. I thought they were married for 3 years.
They were not married. They were in a relationship for 3 years. Yes, exactly my point.
Okay. Oh,
But do you guys think? Let me just ask. Do you think if it was $1,000 he found in this account or $2,000, do you think his reaction will be different?
It depends on her body language.
No, like, do you, with everything he said now, right? $2,000 will mean a lot to him right now. So do you think if the money in that account was $2,000, do you think that his reaction will be the exact same that you have seen right now?
What's the actual money first?
$50,000. It's just an honest question.
I think maybe.
Do you think his reaction will be the same?
No, I don't think it will be the same.
Why?
Because, like, 50,000, that's why I said that it's not bad to actually have a saving. But $50,000 is a lot of money.
So the problem now is not the fact that she hid it. The problem is the amount of money in the account.
I think the problem is she gave him an impression that she didn't have.
She didn't give him an impression. He interpreted her expression. Because, yes, that's what I would say. Look.
And she allowed it. Because she would have, I'm sure there were rules for her to have explained that, okay, I could step in here, I could help out here.
Okay, let me tell you something. We're talking about traditional Africans now. That's one thing you need to understand. And that's a context I need you to put into this conversation. Which means I will not give you my money to marry me. That's one thing I need you to understand. I will not give you my money to marry me. That's one. Secondly, I felt that that would have been the start of your openness about your financial commitments to each other. from the look of things and from how this turned out, you guys have never had a prior conversation
Yeah.
on your finances.
Yeah.
So finding this out now and now making it the basis of your breakup, you are not ready for that relationship. Because if you are just finding out that your partner had $50,000 saved somewhere and you have been footing the bills, I say it like every time, relationship is communication. Relationship is openness, right? And I'm speaking as a woman now, and from my personal perspective, I will not open my mouth and divulge an information that we have not gotten to the point to discuss.
Yeah.
I will never come to you and say, oh,
3 years.
I will not come to you and say, you should know.
Sounds a long
You would
time.
be able to tell. When you see a woman that is moving,
Yeah,
you
she's
should be able
so
to tell. So, number one, you were not even sensitive enough. Because that means
What
I'm
if
not
the woman
sure.
was so
Yeah,
smart
like-
to not
no,
be a
still,
few?
why didn't you ask? A woman, do you know that a woman will ask what a man is earning
Are we
before
sure?
she makes that commitment to that man? Do you know that she has seen that the man will make that kind of commitment? Oh, he will go any length to provide for me. If she doesn't see that, do you know that she'll walk away from that relationship? Most women will walk away from a relationship that a man is not capable of providing for them. So they already have that box checked. You don't have it checked. That's why you have to ask. Yes. So you need to be open about your conversation. You don't have it
Now
checked.
it's the fault of the man.
What if
Like
there was
if
no...
we're at all like to point who exactly.
Well, I
don't
will not
think
exactly
so.
say
I wouldn't
fault.
say-
I wouldn't exactly say fault. I'll just say it's an oversight. And I'll just say
Oversight, okay.
you were careless. Yes. Because why are you giving yourself, you are providing 80%. You are dating a person you don't know how much they earn. Because you have assumed that she doesn't earn money. That's why you are. So that means you don't know how much she earns. You don't know if she works or she doesn't work. Do you get? And if this is an African kind of thing, you would know that it's part of, would I say, the curse of an African man. He feels that the only place he's worthy is when he provides. So he will provide anyway.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Can I say
Yes,
something?
yes, by all
If-
means.
So first, it's not like I'm trying to side the guy, right? But for a relationship of 1 year, 2 years,
3
2 years, okay, let's say it's an oversight. They didn't get to have a conversation over their finance. It was not stated, right? It was not stated.
It was not stated.
Yeah, but it was stated that the girl was working, and he felt that what she was earning wasn't
Not
enough.
enough.
So that was why he had
Why
to
are
like
you feeling?
do extra. Do you know that
Do you
there's a way-
feel
No.
earning? Earning is exact.
It's just like he felt
It's either
his
you have it or you
responsibility.
don't.
Okay, I think men feel when they are dating a
No,
lady,
but
they feel
generally,
like that
men usually handle
women's
more
bills.
of the
Yeah, do you understand?
bill.
Because they feel like that's his responsibility. They feel like whoever they are dating is their responsibility, right? Even if not entirely. And then from the lady's perspective or from her end, there is a way I will show myself towards someone that I'm dating. He doesn't need to assume that, okay, maybe I have so amount of money. Okay, what has she not done anything in the relationship?
That's my
Has she not-
that's
has she not-
that's
has
it.
she not- has she not seen
We are
a need?
to
That's
do
my problem.
anything in
To
the
cut out
relationship,
something from
to
that
show
money.
at least.
To cover, because why the guy is paying is the fact that over and over again
She has
needs
shown
comes
that,
up,
yes, and she has
she
shown that
keeps
she's not
giving
capable
this,
of
I
it.
don't, babe, I don't
Do you
have,
understand?
babe, I don't, and he's now
Because if I,
I
could
don't know how to explain
if I
this
could
how
fetch
I
your
think
bill
it in my
from
head.
your hair to your clothing, your shoes, your upkeep, then you are proving to me that you don't have.
Okay. If he didn't see this money, right? Let's say this conversation never came up.
Okay.
Would he still do these things?
he would, of course he would have continued doing what he was doing.
Would he?
Because
Do you
he has
think he?
started for 2 years.
No. Do you think he would still do it, even if this money is not? Let's say this money is non-existent. Will he still do it?
No, let me get your question. Let's say he didn't discover the
He
money.
didn't discover the
before
money.
marriage
He
or
knows she's
before-
working. They're still unmarried.
Still
Okay, yes.
They're still unmarried. They're
still
dating.
Okay.
Do you think he'll still do these things?
I feel like he would have. But I think maybe he would have had a conversation with the lady. That's if she's not doing so well, where she could improve. Right? So that, because along the time or in the long run, maybe they're looking forward or towards getting married. He's not going, there is a way it will not become overwhelming. Let's be considering the male gender. Like there's a way it becomes overwhelming, especially if he's footing her complete bills when they are single. Okay, imagine them getting married. and
You
then
still continue-
like and then stop.
I feel like you don't see the point where I'm coming from.
Okay.
If you are doing that already, it is a financial mistake.
Oh.
Let's say that this is not even $50,000 did not even exist.
Yeah.
You are already making a financial mistake. You are already making a mistake in your marriage. How are you marrying a person you don't know what the person is worth?
That's why I said
How are you marrying a person you don't know what they earn? You
but-
just feel like they are not earning
But
enough.
Martha, you know that this is a common issue, right? Like
How?
This is common.
With all the information that's
there was a
online.
story, I don't know if we had that conversation before. There was a story of a woman who had a house, like I think like 6 flats or so. This one happened in Nigeria, like 6 flats or so. Like she was collecting rent for each of the husband did not know. This one they were married.
Context.
And I'm sure it wasn't for
Married. Your money is our money.
and this
Man
one's
or
even
woman.
worse. Yeah. This is worse.
Context.
Well, it's from here that he got
It leads
into.
to yes.
So
yes,
you are
yes.
supposed to correct it rather than walk
that's- okay,
away.
that's
I'm
true.
still
That's-
going to point out the fact that, in all honesty, our gender, sometimes when we want to seal up something, we can do
Seal
it
it
so
to the
clean.
extreme.
But I'm saying to you now that I will not tell a man what I'm worth if the conversation never comes up.
Comes
Yeah.
up. So, but if the conversation comes up,
We will
You
talk
should- yeah,
about
should talk about it.
I will never sit
So we want
down.
to blame the fact that they didn't have a power
That's
conversation.
what I blame.
Yes.
I don't blame it. It is carelessness.
Carelessness.
And you cannot be angry over something that you have never sat down to discuss. It's just like, remember, we're all coming from very different backgrounds. That's one thing we need to understand when we're getting married. We don't know each other before.
Yeah.
And we come from different upbringing. How they brought me up is different from how they brought you up, different from how they brought you up. Which means that we will definitely conflict in the way we handle things sometimes, including finances.
Yeah.
There are homes where even if the woman had $1 billion worth of money in her account, it will never be a problem for that man. Do you realize that? If this man was so financially stable, do you realize that this will never be a conversation?
Yeah.
This will never be an issue for the man. And that's why I'm saying, because you are not that financially stable, you are not at liberty to just get into any relationship just like that. Because for a man who is financially stable, the odds will always be in his favor. He has the money. Even if she doesn't support, I have. Even though that is risky, because along the line you don't know what happened. This is finances we're talking about. It can collapse anytime. We have seen it happen before. But you see, a man that is a man of means can easily overlook things like this because he has money. He can even assume that this money comes from what he had given her and she had saved up. Do you get? But because we know that we are all struggling, it is a conversation that we should have as partners. What do you earn right now? Oh, it's $50,000. When you have that conversation and you see that money and she lied to you, you have a legal backing to walk out of that relationship. But for now, I don't think he has.
okay, so I also want to look at it from another angle. What if this money, in quotes, was something she has been saving up for years? You know, the way we have, like, is it piggy bank or what they call it, and all of that. What if it was an amount of money she had been saving up, maybe for a project, stuff, and then maybe that was part of the reason why, you know, it probably didn't come up. I don't know. My intention is it might still not be a valid point. But again, it's valid because, I mean, she might also now feel like this money, I've been gathering it for years. So this money, it's a no-go area.
You can tell that to your partner.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
don't
say.
even have to tell him the amount.
The problem is communication.
Yeah, I feel like we are putting the weight more on. Of course, the guy didn't do his homework because these are conversations, and in general, when it comes to relationship, finances is one of the conversations
Major
people
conversation.
barely
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about. They talk about every other thing in preparations for marriage, but they never really get to talk about that part. And that is because at the end of the day, and it boils down to the level of trust you have for the person.
Absolutely.
Why would you be scared to tell me how much
you
earn?
have?
Why should I be scared to
For
tell you
3
how
years.
much
I feel like 3 years is a lot, like a long time. No, maybe not too
of
long.
course now,
To be in a
if
relationship.
a relationship
3
of
years.
1 year,
Yeah, do you
there's
get?
a certain level of
And then there's no how by mistake the conversation have popped out of your mouth. Like maybe when you're happy, you are sad, stuff like that.
there's
But I've
people
said
that
it.
you cannot.
But is it true? I've said it. I will not tell somebody I'm not yet married to what I'm worth. if you don't, I will not
maybe
believe.
My
it's
point
yes
is
to-
We're still dating.
Even
Yeah.
if, even if,
We're still
even
dating.
if that didn't come up, some of the needs that came up, you would have
They
still
would have
on your
attended
own
to them.
decided, okay,
Yeah.
babe, don't worry, this one I would sort it without you even
So
telling
let's
him
say
that
the
I
guy
have
was
so-so
wrong
amount.
for assuming. Let's say the guy was wrong for assuming, but the girl also.
She wasn't fair.
She wasn't
That's
fair.
the truth.
She was- me, I'll use the word she was
wasn't
extorting.
fair.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to go on a break right now. When we get back from the break, we'll keep up with this conversation. Please stay with us.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes.
Great news! Your favorite station, Rapid TV, is now available on the free TV app. Catch the latest news, entertainment, lifestyle, sports, and inspiring programs anytime, anywhere. Simply download the free TV app, search for Rapid TV, and start watching for free. Don't miss a moment of the action. Stay informed, stay entertained, stay connected. Rapid TV now streaming on the free TV app. Watch free, watch anytime. Download the free TV app today and enjoy Rapid TV wherever you are.
Rapid TV, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, Osiso Radio.
All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's been a very hilarious 1 minute right here in the studio. The men came out with their daggers here, opposing what that conversation was like. And let's go back, watch the video again, and we'll come back and reinforce our thoughts on the matter. Let's go.
Said, I just cancelled my wedding just 2 weeks before the event because I checked my fiance's phone and discovered that she had a secret saving account with over $50,000 in it that she never told me about. We've been living together for 3 years, and during all that time, I've been covering 80% of the expenses, including rent, dinners, and even her vacations, under the premise that she barely made it to the end of the month with her salary. I even took out a personal loan to pay for half of the wedding that she wanted so badly, while she couldn't even contribute more because she was at zero. When I confronted her, she didn't even apologize. She yelled at me that I was a stalker for invading her privacy and that the money is her emergency fund in case things go wrong, something her mother advised her to always keep secret. My friends say I overreacted, that in the end it's her money and there was no physical infidelity, so I shouldn't throw 3 years away. I feel like I've lived a... I feel like I've lived with a scammer.
Scam, not scam. Honestly.
I feel like I've lived with a scammer who left me carrying all the financial weight while she built a fortune behind my back. She says that if I loved her, her bank account wouldn't matter to me. I say the trust is broken forever. What would you do? Is it okay to have financial secrets like that in a relationship, or is it total betrayal?
Well, there you have it. The context still remains. Number one, people come from different backgrounds, and I will reiterate that. Everyone comes from different backgrounds. And you heard what she said. If something goes wrong. If something goes wrong. So you don't know the background where she's coming from. Already, we have established that there's no trust in the relationship between the both parties. Second point I would like to reiterate. Why are you planning a wedding to the taste of a person who does not have money to fund it? If I want, see, if I want mascot at my wedding, I cannot want a destination wedding and be earning 100,000. The two of you should be financially literate to make financially literate decisions. So if your partner, you have established that you thought she was struggling. So why are you planning wedding to the taste of a person that is struggling? Because you might think that you are able to afford it. That's why you, those are my thoughts, right?
I'm still going to come for that lady.
All right.
She is, I don't know. I keep asking, how was she able to sleep at night? How? Because now we've seen that they were planning a wedding. And he still felt that she was on ground zero, which means maybe down to her wedding gown, he was the one who sorted it out. The whole big hall, they wanted to use the decor and all of that. He sorted it. They said it. He went to collect loan for the wedding. Come on.
Is that a wise financial decision?
No, it's not, right? But you can't also blame the guy. Because you know when you're in love with someone and you just want to bring that person's dream wedding to reality.
So we're not going to fault the guy for wanting to
no,
make
he has his own fault though.
Like
entirely.
But in
all honesty, the lady is a scammer.
One thing I have always maintained is I'm not responsible for your action. I'm responsible for my action.
Okay.
What is my action? Taking a loan when I cannot afford it. Planning a wedding I cannot afford. That is my problem is, yes.
Focus is on the guy.
Yes. See, my focus is not on the guy. I told you it's not a case of right or wrong. I told you it's a case of two people refusing to communicate effectively.
Because
and then to the next part, which of course they said he has called off the wedding. Best believe he will call off this wedding without a conversation still. Okay, he had a conversation where she said he was claiming right. Then you have a legal ground for a person who says, oh, if her justification was, listen, you never asked me. If you asked me, I probably would have told you. If that was the conversation, that is a very justified reason. I will say it's a justified reason. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you didn't ask me. I will say it's a justified reason. I will say it's a justified reason. I will say it's a justified reason. But yes, to my next part of the question, would you to the next part? I feel like I can see what's happening at the other side. But to the next part of the conversation right now, in relationships, in marriage, do you think we have moved past a time where we see that the burden of everything in a marriage depends on one person alone? And in fact, we had conversations here a few weeks ago where we talked about the fact that, men's mental health is important, and the society has, somehow brainwashed them into thinking that their value is only attached to responsibilities. Do you think that this is a kind of method that should change right now? I'm not talking about a 50-50. If 50-50 works in your home, that's fine. If you guys putting your savings together and expending your resources from a particular post for you guys works together, that's fine. But what other, should I say, changes do you think needs to be made in contemporary relationships as regards finances? Let's start with you, Regina.
Okay, first, I would not say that, especially in relationship, right? Honestly, I wouldn't say that it's the responsibility of the guy to fund entirely everything that concerns a girl he's in a relationship with, right? For me, I feel like it's a support. Because first, you're not married to this person, and then definitely some relationships don't get to end where they started or something like that with the perspective in mind. So I feel like it's a support. It should be we should strike the balance in our mind, because some of us ladies, we feel like when a guy is dating us, he has become our father.
Why do we strike it in our mind rather than
I don't know, that's the thing, because that's how it's always we always make it look like the man is now our father, but this is just reality. So we have to I don't think we have to, like, first in our mind as ladies, we have to have it in our mind that this person is not coming to take away your family problems or your entire. You don't have to like hustle so hard and all of those. But for any girl that you know that your existence is not actually depending on a man, you should know that that's not even like a yardstick for you to start slacking in your purpose or in your career as a person. Because for me, I'll see it as a support.
Okay.
Yes, whatever a guy does in a relationship is a support. And not like it's 90% or at least a 50%. But you should be able to do, like, you should be able to do to a reasonable fault for yourself. Right?
Okay.
And then leading to marriage, there are some, I wouldn't say that the man should say, okay, maybe the woman is going to be paying the school fee of the children, then I'll be paying the house rent.
What is so wrong?
But I feel like there should be a conversation. And it varies. For some family, it might work. But some family, it might not. It depends on, this is a relationship and this is a marriage between two people. So one thing that is utmost or of high relevance or importance is the communication. People should be able to talk about, especially like in a relationship. Okay, like in my previous relationship, one of the reasons why I liked my friend is because he will ask you questions. I mean, he even asks about family, finance, and everything. You should be able to strike a balance, really, like in a relationship first. What do you think? How do you think, or what do you think I would do in the family that you think is my responsibility as a man, or that you think for me as a woman I'm kind of supporting as a woman? So we should converse it. It's not bad if the woman is the one paying the school fee of the children. Okay, let me say, I have an aunt that she pays her children's school fee. The family is still together. I mean, solid. But there are other responsibility that the man like settles. So I think that was a place of conversation. So it's not wrong if the woman is one paying the house rent, but first let's say conversation. So someone doesn't come after me.
It's important. All right.
Conversation.
Let's have you then.
Okay, so normally I feel like all of these boils down to cultural, will I say expectation, or our culture and the society has just had a way of placing it, placing in a way that the man is responsible for the woman. But that was originally supposed to be in the context of marriage. But I don't know how it spilled into relationship when we now have the man. It spilled everything. It spilled into relationship, and now we have the man. In fact, some people go as far as taking care of his girlfriend's family needs. So her father is not well, her mom's business is not doing well, he's the one still extending. He can do that if he wants to, but it shouldn't be an obligation. I mean, you guys are not married, right? Now, coming back to the whole finance conversation and sharing, wherever, gone are the days when the men were the ones doing the work. The woman would be at home, take care of the children, probably also go to the farm and all of that. But now we are in a time and era where women are also in the workforce, and we've always had this conversation as to equality and all of that. Women are now in the workforce, and in fact, this is 2026. If we want to be honest with ourselves, it would be very unfair with the economic reality of our country as it is to sit as a woman and decide to not want to do anything when you know that what your man is doing isn't, like so much and all of that. And especially when you actually have a certificate sitting somewhere in the house. Although I've also seen men who would intentionally tell their wives, see, I would sort out everything, just stay at home, take care. But everything boils down to...
It's a financial mistake.
No. Let's not forget. Now, we've agreed that this is a conversation every couple should have. It works for some families. It works for some couples. The man would say, babe, just stay at home, take care of the children, take care of the home. I would cover everything 100, and she's okay with it, and it works for them. She enjoys sitting at home and spending his money. Meanwhile, for another couple, it might not really work that way. It might work maybe a 60-40, a 70-30 kind of sharing formula. But the most important thing is sit and have that conversation. Like my parents, what they did was they sat and they decided who was going to sort, because both of them were working.
So they decided, okay, you sort out the rent, these, okay, you sort out feeding, and so, and it works for them. Like, we've not even gone down to when issues of joint accounts and separate account, because trust me, that has also been a very big issue, especially in marriage.
Okay.
You know, when we have, okay, should we have a joint account or not, and then a joint account becomes an issue. But like we've all stated, it boils down to having that conversation. No assumptions, because we've seen that people who make assumptions
Always make mistakes.
always make mistakes.
The
Yes.
lowest form of knowledge.
So, my point of view, I believe that we have gotten to a place where believe me, if our parents understood this, they would have had better marriages and better sustainability of wealth. I'll just start with what you said. Oh, she should sit at home doing absolutely nothing. She knows nothing about the business. Absolutely nothing about the business. And we are the same people who understand that we have cultural limitations. Where when in an issue where death, in fact, as I speak to you, I have a relative who just passed 2 days ago, right? And the family of the man is on ground to collect whatever he has. He has children, he has a wife, he has a family. And it's the exact same case of, don't do anything, I got you, I got it covered. Death can happen.
Yeah.
Life can happen. Investment is as fickle as life is sometimes. One bad investment and everything is gone. So, finance is as important as knowing whether you love a person or not. Because we think that the conversations we should have in relationship is just about, where is your family? Oh, I don't want to marry Igbo, I like Yoruba. No, this is what we have limited conversation. Yes, this is what we have limited conversations about marriage to be. And believe me, these people were going to make the exact same mistake, and this marriage would have crashed if they got into it. Because number one, they didn't have the most important conversation. See, in a marriage that works, right? I might not be in one myself, but I have lived in one that is functional. There's nothing as, oh, you will pay the school fees and I will pay the house rent. We put the money together, right? From the money we put together, there's a percentage that goes to you for your savings because you worked for it. There's a percentage that goes back to the family account because we have bills to sort out. And it is from that account that we unanimously sort out the bills for the home. You can love somebody with your entire body, but you can have a conversation about what your sexual preference is, but you don't have conversations about what your financial preference is. Let me tell you, if we want to have the conversation of this girl and this guy from a very emotional place, we will circle back to what our parents did, which is being upset that a person saved for their future while you refused to. Now, morally, right? I would, of course, you know, of course, we have been together. So personally, no, hold on. Personally, right, I know what my finances are for. And I will not wait for a man to give me everything. For some of us, our love language is actually providing and giving, right? But where it becomes important is when you have conversations about it. If I'm in the same situation with this guy, will I get upset? Yes. I've been eating with you. It's just like the new trend on TikTok that you've been seeing, two friends sitting together and their account numbers being published. I don't know if you have seen this trend on TikTok. It's just like 3 or 4 seated here. Our account numbers are showing on the screen, but each of us don't know what we are worth. So they ask you, call out what you are worth. The girl had $9 in her account and her friend had over $9,000 in her account. Right? These are two friends. They didn't know what their financial status was. They wanted to make a change. That was how this entire trend started. And then she was calling to 1,000, and she realized her friend doesn't have $1,000. But the friend who didn't have $1,000 looked richer than the friend who had $9,000 and even more stored in her account. Now, I might be upset saying, okay, I'm that friend who is always taking the initiative to do things. I'm not entitled to your money, but I will be upset. Upset because I felt like you should have helped me. But for logic, because marriage is not based on just your feelings. That is why I will not say the girl is absolutely wrong. I will blame both of them. It's not a case of one is right, one is wrong for me. And I maintain that. it is a case of an oversight. It is a case of ignoring the things that should have been brought first in that relationship. That's what my perspective is. Will I be upset I saw $50,000 for someone that I'm feeding day and night? Of course I will be upset. But I didn't place the cat or the horse before the cat, which would have been the most important conversation. You also avoided the conversation. Because if my partner doesn't ask me about finances, I will ask my partner. If I make that kind of money, right, it means that I have the ability to save for this family, for us to invest, which might be what my partner doesn't have. So if my partner does not ask me, I will ask my partner. For me, the long and short of it is you guys didn't trust each other, number one. You refused to be financially intelligent, number two. Number three, you failed to communicate the most important things in your relationship. And that's just going to wrap it up for me. What's your...
I was going to talk about trust because I think that's it. Now, the reason why she saved that money was for a purpose.
Imagine.
So it's not for, maybe for her life or something, or she wants to invest in something. But in case of... So first, we already said that she was not really sure what she was getting into. Although, you know, marriage... I don't know, I can't say, but sometimes you might get into it and then it doesn't turn out well stuff. But already from my end, she already had like an idea in her head.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. Do you get? So there was an issue of trust.
Yeah.
There was an issue of trust. Before she could save such an amount so that in case anything happens, she doesn't get out. Do you understand? How many...
So for 3 years, you did not... Anyways, let's go to you.
Wait, you think she trusted him?
What are you saying?
At this point, as far as I'm concerned, at this point, she didn't trust him.
She didn't trust him.
She certainly didn't love him, and she scammed him. I'm still going to go with that.
He was doing everything. You were living in the same house with him.
The guy messed up, of course, but she was
unfair.
She was very unbelievable. I'm sorry, but especially for the fact that they had a whole wedding planned out, and in accordance to your taste.
To her own taste, not the man.
Of course, he skipped the part of
if you say you want to give me $5,000 when I have $100,000,
will you not collect?
Will I not collect it? That's my point.
Wait, Martha. If you were in her position, in her, of course, okay, the guy did not ask you, how much do you have, how much are you earning, and all of this, and then you guys are planning a wedding and blah blah. Would you do what she did?
But you already know the answer to that.
Let me also ask you a question.
Would you do what she did?
I think based on what you're saying, let me ask you a question. Imagine that this guy was borrowing for the wedding, right? And you're sitting down there, like all for your own taste. Will you sit there? And that's not love. I don't think that's no.
You are just hearing me. You are not listening to me. Why are you borrowing for somebody who has a taste they cannot fund?
You are hitting more on
blame. We get it.
Yeah.
But the
I'm not
lady,
saying he's right.
I feel like we're sparing her a lot.
I think
and she is like the bigger offender here. Will I put it that way? Because
and I feel like you are actually sparing
his partner for crying out loud. Okay, let's assume his brain froze for those couple of times
he
went to
carried
get
away by love.
Exactly. What did you do
Lapo
as his partner?
Okay, you allow Lapo to catch your partner.
There's something I actually learned from what you said, right? When I talked about the money part, where I was saying someone can pay school fee, but there's something I learned where you talked about the account where we can have like a corporate like account. We got the funds into it. Then we have a percentage that goes to your savings. I think this is something we should. I think
I will still go back to it works for individuals.
That's why I said conversation, but actually this for me, like I said,
okay,
I learned.
Okay, you trust the person with your body, but you don't trust.
If there is a percentage that goes to you as interest to the man and then to the woman, then we now know that the remaining amount of money here is for the funding of the family. That's fair for me. I feel like that's actually a method that could actually work. But still, that's communication.
For you, your family, sharing the bills. You take care of the rent. I take care of the school fees.
Do you know why that is risky? Do you know why that is risky? What if the person cannot look at the inflation rate we have here in Nigeria?
The person can no longer pay the
person can no longer pay the rent.
Then you come back to the conversation table.
I think it's all about
This
conversation.
is marriage.
It's all about
You guys
conversation.
sleep on
Yes.
the same bed, so you have every single opportunity to
It's
say,
conversation.
Okay, this
Because
thing we,
at the end of the day,
It's conversation.
it's not permanent
so, yeah.
now. We can always
Yeah.
conversations at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but
conversation.
well, it is what
The
it
ladies
is,
is
guys.
yeah.
And I think this is where we have to wrap it up on the show. Betty had a great time. I had a great time too, and
Yeah.
counting on the fact that my guests also had a great time. Yeah. So thank you so much, Regina, for joining us on the conversation
Thank you
today.
so much.
Thank you, Nen Warandon, for being here with us,
here.
and thank you to you over there who is listening and watching and makes every single Wednesday worthwhile. Just to remind you, we're active across social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok. It is at Rapid TV. On YouTube, it is at Official Rapid TV. Please send the links to your friends. I'd love to know what they think about this conversation. Let them put their thoughts in the comment below, and maybe they can be a part of the conversation next week. But also, www.rbnradiotv.com allows you to connect with us from anywhere in the world. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Mata Alu, and I will see you tomorrow.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTime.
Great news! Your favorite station, Rapid TV, is now available on the free TV app. Catch the latest news, entertainment, lifestyle, sports, and inspiring programs anytime, anywhere. Simply download the free TV app, search for Rapid TV, and start watching for free. Don't miss a moment of the action. Stay informed, stay entertained, stay connected. Rapid TV now streaming on the free TV app. Watch free, watch anytime. Download the free TV app today and enjoy Rapid TV wherever you are.
Rapid TV, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umahia. On Instagram, it's Official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, Caesar Radio.
From Lagos to Lafia, from Port Harcourt to Portisco, Nigerians are talking. 2027 is here. We track the candidate and the coalition. We follow the money and the manifesto. We test promises against reality. On security, jobs, education, power, finance, and more. This is not just a campaign platform. It's a public square. We bring you debates, deep dives, and on-the-ground reports with data, not drama. It's the road to 2027 right here on Rapid TV every Thursday at 5 p.m. The road is long. Let's walk it together.
Before the headlines, before the borders, there was a region built on vision. A land where bronze spoke history, where harvest meant unity and tradition shaped identity. Leadership was earned. Order was sacred. Education was a foundation. Through conflict and sacrifice, the Eastern spirit endured. Today, the story continues. New voices, new perspectives, same resilient rhythm. Eastern Circle, our roots, our rhythm.
It is indeed an incredible day right here on Eastern Circle. Eastern Circle, of course, you already know, where we bring you the best of Southeastern stories, hot, fresh, and interesting. Well, this is me welcoming you to Eastern Circle, brought to you by Rapid TV. And on this very special edition, we would be having an intriguing and interesting time right here, because we'll be doing something a little bit different from the usual. Well, on this very episode, we would be exploring some very popular local dishes. By the way, we are in the beautiful southeastern state, Imo, and to be much more precise, Owerri, the capital city of Imo State. And of course, we would be exploring some local dishes that are very popular right here in Owerri. Probably take you through the process of making that, and talk about what makes the food what it is, and what made it very popular and prominent right here in the city of Owerri. Well, my name is P. Silva Lewis, and this is Eastern Circle. Be sure not to go anywhere. Welcome back from that very short break. We're still right here in Owerri, and welcome back. This is Eastern Circle, brought to you by Rapid TV. Before we went on that very short break, I told you we are right here in Owerri. This is the capital city of Imo State, and Imo State, of course, is one of our southeastern states. And today's episode is one that it's going to be very fun, engaging, and you would enjoy, because we'll get to experience a whole new thing right here on this very special edition. If there's one thing I know for a fact right here in Owerri when it comes to food,
they don't just cook, they respect their dishes. And joining me on this very special edition is one of the very good cooks we have right here in Southeast, Inflectual. I mean, he's a pro in the kitchen. And his culinary prowess is one I would say it's top notch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling like I'm on the stage. But by the way, my guest and our very delectable cook for today is no other than the son of the soil, Joe Pondek, popularly known as Cruise with Joe. But allow me to call him Joe on this very special edition. Joe, can you come on board already? What are we doing? What's happening? It's such a privilege having you on Insta Circle today.
Thank you so much for coming to the kitchen. But before we go in, I need to gear you up.
Oh, really? You want to gear me up? Okay,
yes.
I love that.
Hold on, you're going to start with this for your hair.
Okay.
Let me help you with
You're
that.
such a gentleman. Thank you. I'm excited already. I hope I don't end up cooking because I'm terrible at
I hope
that.
you can stand the heat in the kitchen though.
Oh. Okay, I will try. At the end of the day, I'm an Igbo babe, so.
Of course, and you will survive a lot. So I'm going to give you my apron. This is my apron. Yes.
Wow, thank you.
You're the first to use it. No other person has used it before.
You get.
So just going to help
Wow. Lock it. It's only Pisoma Lewis that gets to wear the one and only Joe Becker's apron.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, you're welcome to the engine room.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
show you around.
Okay, so Joe, what are we making today? I'm a little bit excited about today. What are we making?
So today we are making ofore, the prestigious ofore. The reason why people travel from the reason why people travel across the world just to be in Imo State.
Wow, wow.
This is it.
So that's the reason why we're making ofore today.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
And I'm teaching you and as well making it ofore for you to taste because I believe this is our signature meal and also a meal that we take pride in.
Interesting.
Let me change my spoon.
Before we progress, where does this ofore originate from? Who are the core originators of this ofore? Can you tell me a little bit of history?
Ofore originated from Owerri, just like the name goes, ofore. So the idea for ofore is it is the wealthiest soup. You know, before civilization, there are meals for the commoners, while there are some meals that only hunter family can enjoy. So ofore is that soup that you cannot just see anywhere.
Wow.
Usually the hunters, because they have access to a lot of meats. So an ofore is made up of a lot of proteins. Yes. So it's not the type of soup that you just pour water and get the taste. No, you must get it from the stock of the meat.
Okay, interesting. So what would we be needing for this particular food preparation?
So because of time, I have started this already, and here we have all the 6 proteins. We have the snail, assorted, goat's meat, beef, dried fish. What's the name of this fish again? Stockfish.
Mangala.
There's no mangala anywhere. I mean, mangala can come in because, of course, ofore is all about the proteins. So we practice 6 signature proteins because of the kind of flavor they release. So, yes.
So if I want to achieve this at home, or even any other person that wants to achieve it,